What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Sup Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Chris Cheney. Across from me virtually, I have my two partners in crime, my podcast guys. We got Luke Trevisi in one of my corners. What's up, buddy?
What's up, my guys? Chilling.
All right, and then below me we
Sorry,
have
that was
you pulled a Cheney right in the beginning there, buddy. And then Lawrence Deloach. What's up, buddy?
What's up, bro?
The total opposite types of intros. But here we are,
Yeah.
guys. We are episode 144. And let's just get right into it, man. I want to talk about these Mariah Carey box logo tees. It was a hot topic last week. Luke got it right up there. These are all the winter tees that Supreme dropped Thursday. And look, you know what? I think I hit you guys in the group chat that we got and said that I was kind of disappointed in the Mariah Carey tees.
Yeah,
but then
you did say you.
Yeah, no, go.
Yeah, you did say you were like a little disappointed when you first saw them.
But you know what? I went and backtracked just because we were talking about box logos, tees in general. We were maybe debating about ranking them, just talking about like the best ones that have occurred over the years. And looking at the old ones, then this one, I'm kind of like less mad at it. Like this is actually pretty good. I imagine like a wreath or something. I wanted a little more Christmas in there, like aside from her wearing a Santa outfit. But like, I'm kind of not mad. I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on it.
Nah, bro. When I saw this, I was like, this is right up Supreme's alley. Honestly, she didn't have any Supreme wear on her, which was like a little weird. But besides that, it feels like right on par with everything else.
Yeah, I thought it was. Actually, I actually kind of did a 180 on the tee. At first, I was like, but then something turned on me, and I was like, you know what, this isn't actually that bad of a tee. It's definitely, I think it's going to be coveted years down the line. It definitely has that. Like, if you didn't get it, and you see the prices right now, which aren't bad, and if you want it, I think you should grab it now, because I feel like in like a year and a half or two, it's gonna be one of those pieces that you're like, fuck, man, the price on it is a little too much for a t-shirt. So
you managed to get one, Lawrence, right?
Yeah, actually, I was able to get a medium in white, which obviously I'm not a medium boy. So I'm looking to, and I'm not a big white tee fan. I think that was the worst color, the white. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to either like just buy the black and extra large and then like resell the other one, even though there's a price difference, or see if I could just straight up trade and get a black XL for my body, for the body.
You like the black the best?
I'm a big fan of when I get a Supreme t-shirt, it's usually in black. There's only a couple instances of the top of my hand where I could say that I was I've purchased a t-shirt in a different color that wasn't black for Supreme.
I think the green of this is the strongest. Ooh. Just because it ties the Christmas thing in there,
Nah, I like the pink. The pink is like, listen.
Do they have all the colors in one photo on here, Luke?
About it? Here, let me check. Give me 1 second.
I like the green. The green is the one that kind of convinced me, because it's just like, you have her in the red, the green, and then I like the signature on it. Looking back, like that's one of the better signature photo tees. When they managed to get someone to, do a little John Hancock on it, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. But with hers, it's like kind of, because it's like the Merry Christmas. It's like, it's the whole thing. I like that.
Let me see. I can only find it on StockX right now.
Okay.
But they are here. Hold on. Let me show you.
Black, white, green, and pink, right?
Yeah, and then they called it like a pinker, like it's like a pink purple or a light purple is what they call it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm all in on this one. This one I like a lot.
I'm with you on that.
Listen, I'm gonna be a soft boy. I'm gonna wear a Mariah tee. I'm gonna go all in on it. I'm gonna wear a color that Mariah would approve. You feel me? See, the pine is good too. Yeah.
Like I think you get into your like. I do like the pine. I do like the purplish pinkish color. But once again, when it comes to like photo tees, I just like my murdered out black joint.
See, I'm not mad at this either because it really does it really displays the signature and the gold font is really nice on it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
the
crazy.
gold print instead of the black is also nice. It makes it pop, especially on the edges. You kind of ooh, what's that? It being off the square kind of pulls you in. But just aside from this photo tee, right? So Lawrence, like you said, this is going to be one of the most coveted. You think in years to come? I would tend to agree. I think that Mariah Carey is this weird entity that she gets a lot of passes on weird shit. She's had such an illustrious career, but had weird sectors, but she still manages to retain popularity and integrity. But I mean, going back to all the box logos, I got a list of top 5 to me. I know I spoiled last week with saying the Prodigy was always going to be my number 1, but I don't know if you guys looked back at all, but I have 5 if you guys want to go through maybe your top ones.
Sure, lead the way, brother.
Mm-hmm. Now I will admit it's very rap heavy, just because that's how not only skating brought me here, but also hip hop. So Prodigy is my number 1, which was 2011. The Ray and Ghost is a classic one. I think that was the first real rap one. That was 05.
Yeah,
and then
2005. Yeah.
Yeah. Then next year, Dipset carried it, which I think helped get it really over the hump. I think Ray and Ghost brought him up to attention, and then Dipset really took him over, going yeah, no guys, this is some shit. So that was 06, and then 4 I put Kermit just because out of all the photo tees, that one's this weird outlier. And then I was gonna say Kate Moss, but I kind of want to give credit to that 10th anniversary tee where they redid the original fake one. That was 04.
Yeah.
The 10th anniversary, whatever it was, where they took that original fake that he got in trouble for, and then they redid it.
Ooh. My favorite's the Tyson one. Tyson one is by far my favorite. Just because of all of the at the time it was just so crazy to me that that Mike Tyson was getting a Supreme tee.
I'm gonna say Raekwon. That
Ray,
right?
Yeah.
Ray is it's one of the best ones. Same thing with Dipset. It's hard to. Those two are iconic, and Kermit as well. There's I feel as we those are the first gen type shit to me. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of photo tees.
Yeah.
And as we get into the newer ones, the Gucci Mane and the Nas joints, the Morrissey's, to me, those are iconic, dog. Ray, you know what I mean? And was that Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's that's what I'm saying. It's just iconic. Those are fire, bro. Even Neil Young, dude, that shit was amazing too.
Jim Morrissey. I mean, they
Neil
have
Young
classic. Any photo tee is really gonna hit. But yeah, that one right there, that middle one is the one I was talking about for the Kate Moss. That one.
Yeah, I see it.
So that's what I'm saying. It's they're iconic in their own right, you know what I mean? But it kind of is what you like on your own, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So. I don't know.
I did kind of want, not to cut you off, El. I did kind of want to throw an honorable mention, but we didn't get it. But I would have been real hype if that Chief Keef tee actually came out.
Oh, the one that Virgil with the Art Chicago Gallery type shit or whatever.
Yeah, we got teased about that. I don't think anyone ever saw a sample of that. I'm not sure if it actually came out. There was something that happened where some weird thing got sold from that whole event. But that photo tee would have been the first photo tee where the person wearing the box logo wasn't a red box. That would have been the Pan-African one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super stoked on that.
Right here. For the viewers who need a visual.
For the listeners who need a listen.
Yeah, shout out to our YouTube viewership, listenership. Yeah, that would have been the one to me. Actually, that probably would have been my number 1. But just because of the storytelling of all that thing, Chicago, Drill, Virgil, that just Chicago in general, you know what I mean? But
look at how excited this white kid is about it.
Man, he is hype.
Yes, everything I wanted in a Supreme tee.
I mean, when Travis gets his tee, oh boy.
I don't know if Travis getting the Supreme tee. Let's not add on to more hype and things that Trav does. There were other drops besides the Mariah Carey Christmas tee that came out this week. This is an interesting week to me for Supreme because they dropped their winter tees. They dropped their cross box logo T-shirt short sleeve. The first thing I noticed obviously is resale was a little down on them.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who, once again, it's starting to feel like, granted, who wants to pay more than $40 for a Supreme tee? But if you missed out, you seem like you were able to get them for under triple digits, which is something, it's a win, I guess. We also had the Chucky. What were your thoughts on the Chuckies?
The Chucky to me, because I remember when we were first kind of going over the IPs that were going to be into this collection, and I saw Chucky, and I was like, who the fuck wants that? But I was thinking a T. The doll is cool, but, like, you got to be a fan of Chucky for this. Like, if you're a Chucky streetwear guy, then, like, this is a must-have. But, like, anyone who's not into horror films, I don't know who's copping this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want this in my house. I don't want to invite hypebeast demons into my house.
I mean,
it's just, I don't.
What's the resale on it right now?
It's a good question. Let's see. What are you thinking?
I mean, if it's around 300, that kind of makes sense to me, but that's me just kind of like guessing, not really sure. StockX right there. Boom, baby. Oh,
boom, right there.
270. Oh, 258.
258.
Right, I was like not far off.
Yeah, if plus tax would be like 300.
Yeah, if you a Chucky guy, like, I get it. If not, though, like, I don't know. There's also better horror IPs to be obsessed with out there.
Yes, 100%.
Like, Chucky is a B grade horror IP.
We should get a. What should we get? We should get a Supreme Jason machete next year. That's what we should get. Little machete with the handle that says Supreme on it.
I wouldn't be mad at that. But I do kind of want to talk about one thing real quick before we move on from these box logo tees. To me, the weirdest one, I know, like, so you like Tyson, me and El were kind of on the rap shit. The outlier to me is Kermit.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Kermit's, like, sort of weird presence in whatever this culture, whatever you want to call this, streetwear, hype beast, whatever? Because he just had an Adidas come out too, or it's like they just posted about it. He's going to get his own Adidas.
Hold on. I saw that too. Kermit is a very weird property as far as, like, it's like he's one of those characters that could kind of, like, slide into pretty much any. He's, like, very malleable as far as that's as far as, like, where you could put the Kermit logo and, like, kind of the face, the figure.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes sense. It makes sense a lot. Like, he's done they've done a million things with Kermit. So an Adidas shoe doesn't seem too crazy to me. Also, these, I don't hate this at all.
No.
This is a pretty nice stance, man. Very simple. Little hit there. I don't know what it says on the back. I can't.
Big green,
that.
I think it says.
This is being green, maybe. What does it say? It's not easy being green. There we go.
Not easy being green.
I see.
I was trying to think of, like, some other weird properties that, like, sneakers have, like, used, or, like, clothing brands have used over time. Kermit's a weird one, man. Like, Kermit, because that is an adult cartoon character. A Muppet is for adults.
At this, yeah, one of my old managers at my job was, like, a big Jim Henson fan. Has, like, all of this Kermit stuff. Loves him to death.
I think Kermit is something people grow up on, man, regardless. You know what I mean? So it's not like I know it's an older cartoon, but I think younger kids are still in the know of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Like, I think so I think a Kermit shoe isn't, like, and a Stan Smith is it's an older person model. It's not like for some teeny bopper, It's not like it's a Chuck Taylor. Like, if it was a Chuck Taylor, I'd be like, I get it. But a Stan Smith I feel like younger kids ain't in the fucking Stan Smiths like that, man.
Yeah, I feel that. They're gonna buy the McQueens anyway, probably, right? That's the flex.
That's what kids want. They want the $300-$400 shoe. So
Actually, you know what? Side note, I don't want to stay on it, but just a side note, the McQueens I think are the new Bapestas.
What?
Because when we had Air Force Ones, the real flex was the Bapestas, right? Because that was the same shoe, but just with a more price tag.
Yeah.
This is a very modern equivalency to that situation. You got the Stan Smiths and then you got the McQueens. Like, it's kind of similar group of kids, just with no, it is.
Okay. Yeah.
The kids who wear the Stan Smiths now are like the kids that used to wear the Air Force Ones.
Okay. Yeah.
You can. I'm not trying to argue about it, but there's a parallel to me there. I don't know. Just a side
No,
note.
I see it. I don't know if I want to believe it. Is all I'm saying.
Lawrence is silent, which means he disagrees. But also, let's just talk about also Air Force One. Air Force One came out Friday, right? The Dipset, Kith.
Yes.
yes.
Now, regardless how you feel about Ronnie or Kith, this was a great execution getting Dipset together in Madison Square Garden.
Shit was
Fucking
cool.
Knicks colored.
Yep.
So technically new music from Dipset. We got these freestyles. My man Cam is getting old, but like he's aging well, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Joel's looks like he's never aged, and then also Jimmy. He keeps putting out good music too. These guys should not be as culturally relevant as they still are.
What do you mean? You know what's funny? It's so funny first off, I wanted the Kith, the Air Force Ones, right? I wanted those shits, right?
Yeah.
But what it did was it just made me go back down memory lane to Dipset and Cam and like the movement that these dudes had. And it's so funny. I just was listening to like Diplomatic Immunity and Come Home With Me. I listened to all that shit because of this like campaign. And I really said to myself, God damn, these guys were so relevantly important to New York City and then the culture in general. Like when I say, granted, as in terms of a national level, obviously they weren't as big as G Unit, but what Cam and Jim and Jewels and like how they put Harlem, like, had Harlem like revving and buzzing and shit. Like, nah, you gotta respect what they did for the culture.
Of course. I'm definitely not trying to take anything away from them. It's just like, because everyone thinks people in New York dress like Dipset.
No. People from Harlem dress like Dipset.
No, yeah, I agree with you. But in the outside world, me being from the outside world, Dipset is like a representation of what New York dresses. When you get closer to the heart of the sort, like when you get closer to the city, once I moved here, I was like, oh, it's Harlem shit. You know what I mean? Like I learned a little bit as I lived here. I figured out, like, I knew what the word uptown was, but I didn't know what uptown was. You know what I mean? I knew people referred to Air Force Ones as uptowns. I didn't know they were talking about uptown Manhattan, speaking Harlem. You know what I mean? So there's like a cultural thing that you two are probably much closer to than the rest of the world. The rest of the world thinks that New York dresses like Dipset. That's how crazy these guys were in influence for New York City.
Ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, we just got Chris Chaney on the podcast admitting that he thinks everybody dresses like Dipset for a very long time.
I thought New York dressed like Dipset. Most of the world thought that too. They still think that. Until they get here and they learn enough, they realize that. But like outside looking in, you're like, oh shit, everyone dresses like Dipset.
That's actually true. I was in my old comic book store in Times Square, and a French guy came up to me and was like, "Oh, why you know where uptowns? Where are the uptowns?
No, Luke, no.
Where are your Air Force Ones?"
There was no French guy that came up to you and said that.
You have no wear Air Force One.
I mean,
this is a great collaboration though. I love everything from this. The rollout was great. I wish I got a chance. I wish I was able to get these sneakers, but I saw everything that everybody was going through in the Discord, and I was like, dog, I'm not even gonna deal with this shit right now.
Luke, so you want it. L, you said you want it.
Oh, I wanted them. I thought they were really, and to be honest with you, I don't really get that excited for Air Force Ones, but I was like, I can do those. Those are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
No, these are beautiful. I mean, what did you guys think of the freestyles? Did you get a chance to listen to them?
No.
I did. I liked Cam's a lot.
Cam's was good. I think Jimmy kind of took it.
Yeah.
I mean, all three were good.
Yeah.
I don't know how all they were written. Jim seems like it was written like the day they shot it. Just because of his references, but like Jim, crazily enough, has put out 2 really good albums in 2 years.
Yeah.
I forget what Capo, no, Wasted Talent, and whatever the last one just was, and the deluxe on the last one he put out has 16 new tracks on it, and they're all good.
Yeah, man.
Jim's the best.
It's like these guys have been doing this shit for years, man.
Yeah, but like Jimmy in 2020 is the best artist in Dipset, which is crazy. When he had Ballin', and we thought that was it. And what was that? 05, 6?
Yeah, 06, I believe. It was like,
so we're talking basically 15 years later. He's the prominent artist out of this group. That's crazy. But yeah, this was such a good execution. I wish it was another brand other than Kith. But
yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm tired of taking losses on Shopify sites. That's one thing that I'm getting frustrated with, because it's like trying to check out. They kept hitting you with it was like errors on top of errors trying to check out. Like it was almost like, are you a robot? And you're like, no, I'm not. And then they're like, oh, there's a problem. And
that
then
sounds like something a robot would say. That's what they say.
Yeah, and then when you finally get through, it's like you're on this fucking, I like to call it the queue of death.
Yeah.
And it's like the just wait your turn. It's very packed in here. We're trying to get you in. And then next thing you know, you get in finally, and it's like your size is sold out. And I was like, yo, man, I'm just tired of taking fucking losses on shit that I want through Shopify. I think it's the worst thing. And I think a guy like Ronnie needs to finally, like, and I know that, they don't give a fuck because the merchandise will sell out immediately. But these, like, Kith has to start taking a method of for these type of releases like Union did, or like Concepts did.
Exactly.
It's just like you're inviting bots to fucking eat. And Supreme too. It's like, but at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck because the merchandise sells. It's what keeps the shit relevant and keeps their brand buzzing. But it's like, come on, man, like people frustrated, man.
Yeah. It feels like Kith is kind of is being kind of lazy about like this kind of rollout stuff, because they've seen like 2 great examples this year of like solutions to bots as far as that goes. And there's like a bunch of, we could go on and on and on about like different skate shops and how many like different execution styles that like to go against bots that I've seen over the year. But it's like, come on, Kith, like you're the New York, you're the New York guys. Come on, like let's get this shit together.
I mean, one day we're gonna have a conversation about Kith and how no one contended them generationally. Like they're like the new school, like classics. So like they're basically the new Supreme. If Supreme goes, who's left? It's Kith.
Yeah.
But they went uncontested, which I think we should talk about one day in length. But I mean, overall, there's great execution though. The websites need work. We've said that on numerous occasions, but just, I mean, man, I can't take away some of the ways that they've executed, not on the website, just overall. Like getting Dipset in Madison Square Garden like that is crazy.
I also want to point out that 2 weeks prior to this release, Chris made a joke about us being Subset, and then 2 weeks later, Kith has a Dipset collab. Ronnie, I know you're listening. Ronnie, fucking stop playing with us, man. Send us some free shit.
We are
Subset.
We are Subset.
So, listen, I was already having a bad fucking Friday, and then I'm like, well, at least Saturday, I'm gonna be even more upset because I wanted the Sean Clivers and I missed out on those. Now those, I'm getting to the point where I think I know we say that like this SB bubble's got to pop, but like for them to come out the gate and people want $700-800, I'm like, it's not gonna last. Those sneakers are like, they at max should be on the secondary market $400, if that. Yeah. And I hate, and I'm just saying, like, I know the inflation, SB hype, they're pushing it, but like it what justifies and warrants like people feeling like they got to push the shoe for $800 on the secondary market. I'm just confused.
Yeah,
bro, it's because of dudes like you that want them.
But at the same time, I'm not paying $800 for them.
Nah, but there's someone with the. I mean, it's like any other shoe that comes out. It's someone with your amount of enthusiasm that's in a different tax bracket will just pay for them.
What I'm saying is, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to say this. I think this year, I'm trying to think of, maybe I bought maybe 2 pairs of sneakers resale. I think 2.
mm-hmm.
And one was an SB that I did pay a decent amount of money for.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, this shit is not sustainable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's just, to me, it's like, it just doesn't add up, because you have to realize, like, I feel like okay, yes, the prices are a little inflated right now because sneakers pairs haven't come in, skate shops pairs haven't come in. And I feel like, yeah, it's in people's minds. But I'm thinking like 2 to 3 months, like if there's no government stimulus check that's really helping people out, these are gonna fucking dip a little bit. They're a Christmas shoe. So you know what I mean? But I'm just like, how much, and I say this damn near every episode, how much longer is this fucking bubble going to, when is this shit gonna pop?
I'll tell you. I think they're going to put a cap on this when they put the Nike ID SB on there.
Boom. Glad you asked, Lawrence. We got you.
If I was going to guess, because we've been asking this question basically for the past 4 months, when is this going to pop? I think this is them giving us the needle, honestly.
And don't forget, they did announce that they're going to drop like 24 more SBs and Dunks next year, or something like that. Like, they gave us a lineup of like a rough lineup of what's coming out. And obviously it's like, it's gonna be like, you know, alternative colorways. We didn't really get into collabs yet, but still, I think what Chris is saying is right. This is kind of gonna be the end of the dunk craze.
I don't think so, because you know why? Because I feel like when they do go to Nike ID, you're not gonna give you anything premium,
right?
And I still think that they're gonna make them so limited that, you know what I mean? It's just like,
they will for sure be limited. What I will say though, Al, is there's been numerous shoes that's come out this year that have had numerous lookalikes. Now I know color blocking is limited with IDs. You can't do anything you want. It's not a bespoke, you know what I mean? But they are giving you the ability to make the lookalike that you want.
Yeah.
So if you missed out on any SB this year, now granted, if you want, say you want Strangeloves, you're not going to be able to get that velvet, but you can color block it to be close enough. And I think that's where the ending really is. Seriously.
Everybody gets a leather version of whatever shoe you want.
Yeah, everyone's going to get like the bum material version of whatever shoe it is, but it proved, I think the Mocha ones was proof that it's really viable, that everyone's cool with the lookalikes, especially if it's an ID, because an ID, you could spin it to like however you want it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I like that shoe, so I use that color blocking, which is nice to me. You know what I mean? You don't even got to say it's a lookalike. You could say like it was inspo for like your shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, because how else? What are people going to do? That's it. There's not going to be too many people. This is the thing, bro. People don't know what they want, which is why they go to Hypebeast, High Snobiety, Complex to tell them what they want, right? And this year has been a perfect layout and reference to exactly what this is. You see Travis Scott wear whatever SB. You go to StockX, you could see that immediately rise. You have dates of posts where you can reference on StockX. You could see where the height goes, you know what I mean, of the price on that. This is it. You have a list of SBs that came out this year that no one got.
Yeah.
Nike goes, okay, Here's the references for all the shoes you guys didn't get. Here's the materials you got. Now have fun. That's it. We have the needle. This bubble's about to pop.
Ooh, I want to live in the world that Chris lives in, where the bubble's gonna pop. I really want to believe in it. I have my doubts about it, but I will believe in you, Chris. I think I'm hoping that this bubble pops.
Now, and when I say bubble pop, I don't mean like the shoe is going to die, the silhouettes no one's going to buy anymore. I'm just saying that like once we have the ability to get close enough, once we have the ability to kind of make something that someone's going to be able to like look at and give us the nod, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. And then it's on to whatever next silhouette's going to get made hot somehow.
It's going to be Blazers.
Blazers might be up there, man. I mean, low-key, Blazers have been in the background for a long time. I don't know how Nike, like, markets these silhouettes to pop so hard. Like, I feel like the Dunk came out of nowhere. It was, like, mid-18 where that shit kind of started bubbling. And then, you know, I think it was the Travis SBs and the Strangeloves that really set the wave for the rest of the year.
Yep.
But, I mean, how else do they end this era by – that's the only way you end it, going like, all right, do whatever you want.
Well, no, I mean, they're still 2021 is still going to be pretty big for SBs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not saying it's not going to be.
So I mean, no, but what I'm saying is like do whatever you want. It's not going to be do whatever you want. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's still going to be a lot of limitations, and like I said, they're going to cap it. It's going to be still, I think, so hard to get an idea of a dunk. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
I think it's also going to be hard to get a dunk idea.
So I think all that's going to do is just continue to create the wave. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke is showing right now for the viewers. 2021, there's going to be so many like dunks that are still just limited and coming out. I think I just saw earlier today that they're doing 2021. They're doing a court purple JPAC type Jordan SB.
I did see that. Yeah.
So, you know,
I just think that it's going to be more manageably priced. I think issues like you're having with the cleavers are going to go away for the most part, unless it's going to have a Travis logo on it or some other crazy shit.
Yeah, you think the collabs are going to be the...
Yeah, the hype collabs are the hype collabs. Those transcend silhouette, and it's more about names than you know what I mean? Like, God, yeah. So good. So, yeah, sure. Like, cool. We're going to get, like, more stuff like this coming out. I'm not saying these aren't going to come out and they're not still going to push the shit, but I'm just saying that, like, the inflation, I think, will be over.
So you're thinking we're going to get back to the days where you could go to a store and there will be a dunk on the display. You think we're going to get to that point again?
Well, I think it depends on when the pandemic sort of allows us to do that. But, yeah, if it's GR shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's because the people have been so hungry for dunks for so long, and everybody's so scared that they're gonna lose them again, that they're gonna be like, oh, I just gotta buy up all of them.
All right. Well, okay. Let's review for a second. We agree that the market is not oversaturated, but it's getting there, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it's oversaturated, but I think what the issue is that the SBs for the most part are extremely limited. We're gonna say they're limited.
Yeah.
And the distribution of the sneakers can be very sketchy.
Yeah.
So when they're limited and then the distribution is like this skate shop, and is, in your city you may have one skate shop, so there's 12 pairs, or if that, and there's like you look at like the orange label like this where only the skate shops get them, you're talking like maybe 5,000-6,000 pairs nationwide. So it just, when you have that, so if there's such a demand for them and there's such limited supply, you're going to have old collectors, new collectors, you're going to have people that just want in, and it's just like fucking the game, man. It's like, but then it's like everyone acts like, like you get a pair like the Clivers, and then all of a sudden you're trying to sell them for $900. You're like, I got the hot SBs, and it's like, and then from what I hear, Nike is also, they might be taking the power out of the skate shops and trying to do more sneaker SB releases.
Oh, that's big. That's big, because that's how a lot of these sneaker shops stay open. Well, I mean, like, obviously not like they make their daily sales, but they get their eyes on them. Like,
the hype train is with them because of this.
Yeah, like some people wouldn't know some of these shops if it wasn't for the fact that they have now you're following them on Instagram,
skaters
every week.
Skaters will always stay local, they'll be with their shop. whatever, where depending on where you are, whatever. Like skaters will always go, but skaters can't maintain the rent.
No. You gotta have like the weird guy who's like, I will spend $800,000 here if you can secure me 4 dunks this. I'm not saying that always happens, but there's always one weird guy who's offering a shit ton of money for him.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I know like I mean, this also is the problem with Supreme when they sold again. Everyone had this conversation about like, oh well, it's dead. Well, it's like, things will remain sort of the same, a constant amount of limited, kind of what you're saying, right? But it's just going to like, there's no custom Supreme shirt. And I know that, like we said already, just to reiterate, that it's going to be a limited amount. But like when they say like, okay, you can have your own if you can get it. Yeah. I mean, that's just going to devalue a lot of the other ones is what I'm saying. So I think the market will go down. I don't think the market respect, just to maybe use a weird term, will go away. But I think the market value of the SB will go down.
Dude, if I get my hands on one of these customs, I think I'm gonna do. I found a trick online to kind of suedeify the leather. They were doing it with like the Court Purple 2.0s. Somebody did like a suede kind of custom where they like you take a bunch of alcohol wipes and then you wipe it down and it starts to like fray the leather and it starts to look like suede. I think I do that and then I try to add a fat tongue because I remember being a kid and we used to do that all the time where we'd take regular dunks and we put fat tongues on them, and then sometimes with the fatter tongues on the SBs, my friends who were skating didn't like them so much, so they would take out some of the stuffing. Dude, I would just love to get my hands on that shit and just start customizing.
How would you make them fat tongues? You would open up the tongue and stuff shit in there?
You open up the tongue and you put like a foam material inside. Yeah. It's a lot of people like what do you call it? Chris in the Discord. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, please join our Discord. Link in the bio. You ask Chris Ramirez. I'm pretty sure he had like a couple of pairs of SBs that he used to take out the lining of because he used to complain that like they were too fat and they would start to hurt the top of his foot. So like when he was like skating, so he like loosened up the material a little bit.
Yo man, skaters again, bro. Skaters were the first kids to pop the bubble.
Yeah.
On Air Maxes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Kids in my high school would do that all the time, but only skaters did it. Skaters, it's crazy. Shout out to all the skate kids.
They're weird people. They're just weird people who do weird shit that nobody's supposed to do.
I wanted to talk about something that we kind of teased last week. There was a image of supposedly the new shattered backboards coming out in 2021.
Ooh.
And based on the image that I saw, I do not like them, and I keep saying that. Gentry Humphrey, man, he is fucking. It's not cool what he does, man. Like Shattered Backboards the first two had an amazing story. They flowed, and then we were like, we're gonna get Chicago, we're gonna get Shattered Backboard 3s, but they're gonna be teased like they're gonna use like the band blocking. And then all of a sudden we get these fucking these Reynolds Wrap fucking disgusting, patent leatherish type of shattered back, which they didn't even have
Vaseline ones were what people were calling them for a minute.
I love these.
And now we get these this upcoming retro that it's a tease and it's disgusting and it's so upsetting, man.
I love those. I think I love them a lot. I think those are great.
Which one? The white and then because like
these ones, I guess the 4s are we're gonna call them.
Yeah, for the listeners, it's basically so on the upper, it's more of like it's got like the orange hits, and then the Air Jordan flaps are white. And then the lacing, the lining on the lacing is all black, and then the swoosh is black, and then
they're shattered white toes.
Yeah. Listen, Lawrence, as far as we've seen some fucking misses from Jordan Brand for a while, and this one is not as bad. I think it's because the 3.0 was so bad that like our expectations have been lowered.
I will also give Lawrence some credit as far as color blocking. This is a catastrophe. This is not. I don't think I've seen a Jordan color block like this. I can't remember one where you would just have like the lace locks and then that one's the toe box panel.
Yeah.
Black and then the swoosh black and nothing else. That's crazy.
There's another one here that looks like basically the mocha one, but with the orange instead of the brown. That one I like more.
I love these though, L. I don't know. I get where you're coming from, but these are gorgeous. The 3s are garbage. These 4s though, if these are the ones that are actually coming out, like I'm all with these.
Oh man. Listen, I'm not really a Jordan 1 guy anyway, so I'm probably not going to get them. But Chris, I'll help you get them.
Yeah. Help me. Help me get my size.
Yeah. Are you going to fall asleep for this one too?
No. And you know what? Actually, to follow up on that, I finally got my Fragment 3s.
The boy did it.
I'm fucking wearing them.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey, look at this guy.
Congratulations.
Look, how long did that take me? Like 3 months?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how long it took you. You finally got it, and that's the main win right there, man. That's what this podcast and what we do is about. It's about fucking, getting the things you want and winning.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully under retail.
Sometimes you don't win under retail. Sometimes you win over retail.
I mean, sometimes you just fucking, you just don't even look at, your credit card statement, just pay it off, when just pay it all off.
Sometimes you just put money in an envelope. You don't really try to figure out what the minimum balance is. You just go, hopefully this is enough.
Nah, it's funny. It's funny. One of my credit cards is like through my bank. So I just like, whenever I pay something, I just take my money from my checking account and just pay the credit card off. So because I'm like this, I get like, I'm just fucking, I just need confirmation emails. That's my problem. That's my problem in life. Too many confirmation emails for
I feel
buying
you.
shit.
Dog, even sometimes when you get a W, you get a L as well, like which just happened to me. So somebody gave me a really great deal on a pair of Atlas SBs on eBay. Some guy was selling them for like $385. I said $330. It was like an offer system. I already legit checked them. Everybody was like, "These are good." I had like the green light. Tags were good. I gave him $330, and then he was like, "Nah, man, $365." And then I was like, "But these are for the toe, though." I told him it was for the toe, though.
For the toes.
It took a day, and then he responded, and he said, $300, Merry Christmas. And then I was like, oh, fucking yeah. So I went for him. I got him. And then I told my girlfriend, I was like, babe, you're never going to believe this. Remember those shoes that I was telling you about that you fucking don't want to hear about? Well, I got them for a really good deal. And then she goes, oh, and I'm like, why? What? I got them for cheap. I got them for like, this is lower than resale. And she was like, I got you those for Christmas.
That's funny.
So now I got 2 pairs of Atlas SBs.
Oh wait, what did she pay for them?
She paid. I don't know what she paid for them, but I'm very mad at her because I told her, I was like, don't buy me sneakers. I'm like, I'm gonna take care of me when it comes to sneakers. Don't buy me sneakers. And what does she do? She goes and buys me exactly the sneakers I wanted.
Which is the wrong. She did exactly what she was supposed to, which is the wrong thing.
Which is the
wrong thing.
Exactly. So now I got 2 pairs of SB. I don't know if I'm going to keep the other one. I don't know if I'm going to sell. Honestly, I'm thinking about getting rid of one of them and trying to trade for JPAC Chicago's.
You know what's hard about having – the hard thing about being a sneakerhead and having people support you in this horrible habit is that they can't help you do it. So, like, your girlfriend did the wrong thing because she got – now you doubled up, which is in some regards cool, some regards bad. But, like, I would never trust anyone I know to buy the correct sneakers that aren't fake for a good price.
Right.
Off the right person.
Right. And the other thing is, like, I just don't want her spending that much on sneakers.
I understand. I get that.
I would much rather she just bought, like, all the clothes to go with it, you know?
Right. Yeah, she bought me the drip.
Yeah, she gave me, like a hoodie and a fucking pair of jeans or something. I would have been cool with that. Or, you know, or like the Atlas crew neck. I would have been fine with that. Anything under $400, you know? I don't want her spending that much. I don't want her to know how much I spend on these damn things. You
Trust
know?
me, I understand that. I get that.
And it's like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I wish you didn't appreciate me that much.
Did you guys see the meme that was going around of someone going like, "Mom, go buy the Sakai's, the Sakai's," and then she sent a screenshot of the got him, and it was the 95s.
She was like, "Yay, I won!"
He's like, yeah, he's like, "No." It's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, like they can't.
I know. It's the reason why I refuse to let her put in for raffles and shit for me. It's because I don't want her seeing this side of the ugly side of the sneaker podcast that I do.
You know what? You can't even say like brands. You can't even give them a brand because they might buy the wrong thing. Like imagine if you like the hundreds and you were like, "Hey, just grab me anything by the hundreds. I love that brand." And they come through with the Britney Spears shit.
Yo, honest. All right. For those who don't know, the hundreds just put out a Britney Spears collaboration. And I mean, for one thing, what the fuck? Why? For another thing, this is wow. Honestly, I wouldn't be. I don't trust my girl enough to get the right Britney Spears 100. Like I don't know.
Yo, Luke, though, you know what though? If you get the Kith Force ones, you can match with that.
I can match this fleece orange and blue Britney Spears sweater with the Air Force Ones.
Yo, this collab is crazy.
This collab is crazy because I mean, it's pretty much all of Britney's. I want to say iconic moments. I don't know. I like the snake tee. The snake tee I like.
Yo, if anyone wears this, I'm gonna have to look at him and go like, "Dog, I don't know about you."
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna need to like age check all these photos. Like, how old was she when she was in these photos?
Well, I'll tell you right now, this sweater with the first album's list, she was like 14 in that one. That's not legal.
Oh, no.
That's not street legal. That's not street legal wear right there.
No, street legal wear.
Not that one. Not for sure.
I mean, like, I don't know who they did this collab for. I don't know if the hundreds changed their demo to be girls who grew up with Britney, but
it's white girls and the gays, bro.
I don't know.
Bro, it's not even like I'm not even trying to be like disrespectful. If tell me not. This would love this shit.
It's 30-year-old women and yeah, I guess gay dudes.
Gay dudes who are saying yes, Queen, free Britney. That's who this is for. Britney's a hot commodity right now. She's getting no money from this.
Luke,
her dad.
She is not a hot commodity right now. There's not how is she a hot commodity right now?
Hashtag free Britney, bro. There's hype. Right? There's hype around this.
If this was July, I might agree with you. But
bro,
right now,
listen. They're still thumping around. They know that Britney's not free yet.
Wait, where is she locked up?
Bro, you don't know about this? Her dad owns her dad has control of her entire estate.
Yeah.
Oh, because she started off not streetwear legal.
Right, because she started off not streetwear legal, and then she shaved her head and went a little, she had a little bit of a mental breakdown.
Yeah, so
she did. I remember that.
So basically the dad was like, she's not fit to handle her money. I am. And some people are like, hey, free Britney. And then there's other people who are like, listen, I don't know, man. Look at what she does on TikTok.
The French guy has an opinion?
Yeah, I'm saying. Just, look at what she does. Look at these, she's going to get no money from this. Good for Britney's parents.
Wait, keep going down. What are the full collection? All right, so there's like 4 tees, not even, they're like quarter zip hoodies. I don't know, like, who wears a half zip hoodie?
I don't know. I don't like that.
We've got the when your dreams are fading, I'll be waiting.
I do like the 90s cyber font.
Yeah. God, that does bring me back.
That they did nail that. Makes me think of Tamagotchis and all that. Yeah, they did a good job there.
Uh-huh.
Did the swirl. I mean, bro.
The jerseys are probably the worst thing.
This is all you, dog.
No,
Spears 99?
Spears 99? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't have spears on my back and them not actually be
No,
sharp.
but you say,
objects.
this is Goldberg spear. Not Britney Spears, Goldberg spear.
Goldberg spear with a flower on the side is too suspect, buddy. It's a very suspect collection.
Lawrence, this was going to be your Christmas gift.
Oh, no.
Oh, imagine, yo.
No.
Yo, imagine handing your homie.
You said you wanted Lawrence, we got you the photo tee. You said you wanted the photo tee. We got you the black photo tee of Britney. Isn't that what you wanted?
No.
It's Britney, bitch. Actually, I take this all back. I will wear that just so I can walk around and say it's Britney, bitch, all day. That I will do.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Oh, that shit is so funny. That is one of the funniest collabs
up to date,
I think, ever. The hundreds and Britney's not even from West Coast. She's like from Alabama or some weird shit, isn't she?
Yeah, she's from somewhere weird. I don't know enough about Britney. I do know Ariana Grande is getting married, and I'm upset about that. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
I think. Listen, I'm gonna give it like for the listeners. I'm giving it about 3 months. She's gonna cheat on him, and she's gonna cheat on him with me. Ariana Grande. We're talking about Ariana Grande, not Britney Spears. Ariana Grande. I just want to make that clear, everybody.
I mean, look, if things we talk about come to fruition on this podcast, let's just have our fingers crossed for you there, buddy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Dude.
I do want to. What?
Sorry, if Travis can say that he's gonna make a seltzer and then he fucking does it, then I can say that I'm gonna break up this engagement between Ariana Grande and whatever his face is. That's all I'm saying.
I do actually. Okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but I do kind of want to talk about the Travis seltzer because this is the first time since I bought that. Lawrence, this was before Luke, but do you remember when we talked about buying the Travis merch when it first came out because he gave you pre-sale option for the tickets to see the concert?
Yes.
And then I think we each bought a hoodie, and then we didn't go to the concert.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time since then I'm like down with a Travis because they don't make 7% seltzer. They're usually 5%, so I'm like all with this.
This is right up Chris's alley as like just a scumbag. That's all it is.
Yo, I like seltzer. My girl got me into the seltzers. I'm down with it. They got a pineapple, a lime, was that a cranberry or strawberry? Like, yeah, I'm with this, bro. 7%.
Dog, give me a 6-pack of each.
Lawrence, can we get a seltzer review?
Sure. I mean, I review hard kombucha, so I might as well review some seltzer while I'm at it.
You can have
this one gets.
I mean, okay, wait. You can literally have your candle lit.
Yes.
It's lit, candle.
Yeah.
You could be drinking your cacti.
Right.
Wearing your Travis merch, whichever one you want to wear, while playing a PS5.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost covered your like whole day.
So basically, there was a time, Lawrence, you're gonna kind of shut down for this, but there was a time I saw a video once where somebody went through and tried to figure out how many, how much stuff you could actually like if you could live off of Evangelion merch, and for how long you could. So Evangelion being a very popular anime, Lawrence, basically it's the Travis Scott of animes. Meaning that they have hoarded out their property to literally everybody. They have instant curries, they have toothpaste, they have razor blades, they have everything. And somebody figured it out, and you can literally live about 75 days before you would die from just eating the shitty instant curry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There's literally, like, there's a million things that you could get off of about Evangelion. You could wear Evangelion shoes, you could wear Evangelion shirts, jeans, whatever. They have it all. Officially licensed too. Not even like, but I would love to do that one day where we figure out how long somebody could live off of Travis Scott, Reese's Puffs, and cacti juice.
Yo, if you exclude dinner and it eats like that McDonald's like meal even though it's not like around. If that's so you have the Reese's for breakfast,
Right.
the McDonald's for lunch, and you just have a bunch of
dinner.
cacti seltzer for dinner. And so you got your PS5 that you could play.
Right. Does he have an umbrella if it rains?
You can put your chicken nugget body pillow
over your head.
But he got you covered, bro. He got t-shirts, but he also got hoodies if it's cold. He got jackets. Yo, Trav got you all day and night.
All day and night. You could literally live off of Travis Scott merch.
That's hilarious.
Damn.
You just have to be eating at McDonald's a lot.
That's a lot of Mickey D's, bro.
That's a lot of Mickey D. You're going to have to change out. You're going to have to buy another size fucking Travis Scott merch every month.
Oh, damn. Oh, that was funny. You just imagine somebody just with all the Travis Scott shit. There's one person, right? You know how there's like every like major collectible has like one guy that has all of it?
Right. There's like the New Balance guy who is on Sneaker Freaker.
Yeah, there's the Supreme guy. There's even a Reebok Pump guy.
Yeah.
DJ Senator. There's got to be a Travis guy. Unless it's just Travis Scott.
That'd be.
Is Travis the Travis guy?
Is the actual Travis Scott guy? Fuck me, that's funny.
Oh, okay. I don't know where to go from here.
I don't know, guys. Let's hold on. I think we're good for the episode.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any? Let's do Hypeless Heat.
Yeah, Hypeless Heat. Next week I want to talk about the Auto Elise 11s. I don't want to leave that one aside.
And we also got to talk about, the big one, Sneaker of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
We got any tastes for? We got to talk about Chunkies, obviously. We got to talk about the Dior's. We got to talk about what?
You know what, Lawrence? I was talking to Luke off mic before you got into the Zoom thing, and I was saying that like I don't know if we can't have no exceptions because it's already starting like a Biggie. Like, who's your favorite rapper? And people say like Biggie, Pac, and people are doing that this year with you can't count the Dior's for some reason. Like I know we kind of talked about that, but like. I think I was even the ones like, how can you count the Dior's? Like you couldn't buy them or whatever. That came out this year. I think we got to like lose that weird criteria and be like, those count.
Yeah, they do count.
I feel like for some reason we had another conversation where like we were saying like they don't count, but they should. I think I was even the one that said they don't count, but like I'm redacting that.
Yeah, I respect that. We can redact that. We should, hype, obviously, very big factor in that. The rollout. I don't know what else.
Let's yeah. We got.
I'm just trying to figure out the criteria. We got a bunch of stuff.
We got a bunch of stuff. And I think we should definitely spend a lot of time breaking that down because there's some things I definitely want to talk about in terms of like Dior's and shit like that. So.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So we'll do that. Hypeless Heat though.
Mm-hmm.
Hypeless Heat.
Hypeless Heat.
I don't know who's got what ready, but once this loads, I'll be able to go. But if you got yours, Luke, you can go.
Let's see. I do have one. Let me see. I promise I was prepared. So this week, I just don't have the picture up. Hold on, where is it? This one right here. I'm gonna choose. Damn, I don't have it here, but I wanted to choose the extra butter Asics that were coming out, the fighter jet ones. This one didn't really get a lot of hype behind it, and I believe they're selling on resale for about the same. What I like about the shoe, very much like that bomber aesthetic, but then I found out extra butter did like a little thing on the shoe itself where it actually has a double lacing system. So we have like our standard lacing system that you would have on any other shoe with just like a regular eyelets, and then this one also has this like over the tongue kind of aesthetic. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's very interesting. I enjoy like that gray color. It's very neutral.
Oh, and they tapped Dave East to be the model.
Extra butter. deserved a little bit of love on that one. We didn't really talk about it ourselves, so I wanted to bring it up and give it a little bit more attention.
And you know what? I'll even double down and say Extra Butter doesn't really get a lot of credit as far as their collabs. They do a lot of good storytelling. I haven't even seen that shoe, but I seem cool just based off the visuals there. But they're really good about storytelling. I really like the way they where they grab inspiration for collabs.
Yes, really good shoe.
I'll go next, I suppose. What am I doing here? Did I forget how to do this? No, I got it. So recently, my actual great friend, Frank the Butcher, did Complex's podcast.
Ooh.
And even though I knew every story that he was telling, I did get reminded of the forums that he did. Ooh. So I want to talk about these forums for a second. These were actually... So not only is forums kind of coming back, Adidas is trying to push them as a skate shoe now. I think we've kind of discussed this a little bit.
Yeah.
But these were like a weird collab that like even Adidas didn't even like want to do. So Frank was always talking about how he wanted the crest. The crest had like some significance. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but the crest had some significance. He tried to get Adidas to like pull up the old references. They couldn't find any sample. It's like they pretended these didn't even exist. So he had to call Clark Kent, and basically he got it done. But post this collab, I helped Frank with some visuals like I don't even know how long ago. Years ago, though. So I just want to shout him out for these. These are a great shoe. I don't think he got a lot of credit on these, even though I love them. It took a lot of work to get there, and that's my hypothetical for this week.
Nice. Yeah, these are gorgeous. Those are like, I like that. Was that suede material on it?
Yeah, they're super nice. They're clean as shit, man.
Yeah, I like those. For me, I'm going to go New Balance 574s.
Ooh. 574.
The modern Balance.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, dude. You can. It's fucking classic, like chill. Yeah, I think that's a good model.
Oh, let me see. Got it right here. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a 574. These are also known. I believe these are the ones that are featured in Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling, where they were touted as like Ryan Gosling was like, "Oh, this is the 574s. Are you Steve Jobs? Are you Steve Jobs?" And he threw him out the window. But now the New Balance 574s get a lot of love because God, they're a very simple, clean shoe. Can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, those up there is like the goat silhouette over there right now.
There you go.
Nice. I think that's it. Do we have any final thoughts before we bid our listeners adieu?
Nothing. Oh, enjoy your Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom to our Jewish listeners.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom to our Jewish listeners. Kwanzaa, all the holidays.
Kwanzaa.
We appreciate all y'all.
Yeah,
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy yourselves. Make sure
Luke, literally, I'm going to put you on blast, buddy. Luke, literally before the podcast, he rang my bell. He showed up to my door, and he handed me a present, and it was this Fujiwara fragment book. Literally, buddy, you threw me so off guard with this. I have your gift here. I didn't even think to give it to you, but thank you. This was the gift I got from Luke. Want to give him some clout on that.
And then he knocked on my door and gave me this amazing sneaker collab book by Elizabeth Semmelhack. I appreciate. If I wasn't so depressed about fantasy football, I would cry for the book. But you guys I really appreciate both of you guys for real. And
yeah, man,
that's my guy right there. Come on.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. And yeah.
No, not to get sloppy, but like we close to 3 years doing this. Luke, you haven't been here the whole time. Me and Elle had some up and downs doing this, but like,
appreciate it.
Yeah, especially with the pandemic going on, there's not much to do. This is just something that I get to, smile every week and do. So this is just great.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to give you guys something because you guys have given me so much this year. It's been a lot of fun.
My guy. Again, happy holidays, everybody. We appreciate you. And like I just said, we're close to 3 years. So these guys who've been listening since like early eps, man, thank you, and I'm sorry for a lot of shit that you had to listen to early on. My God, they were cool for us to like learn and get our footing, but like, man, you guys are troopers for just sticking from early on.
Definitely.
And with that, I will say follow Lawrence at LZD325 on all platforms. Trovizus on all platforms. Not That Chini on all platforms. Sub Podcast NYC. You know, we got the phone number that you can leave us a voicemail. We got the email. You can email us questions. We got the Discord, which is like the main hub for all our listeners. I mean, like a bunch of you guys that were scattered all over the place. I know Discord's kind of like a weird thing. You don't want a new social media platform, but once you get on here, this isn't like some regular shit. Like, you'll be using this all the time.
Definitely.
And with that, we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.